All right, you guys, let's talk about solving cube root functions. Cube root. All right, so one of the most important things when we are solving is thinking about how do I undo something. So we know that we can undo cubed root with a cubed function. Now this is going to be the most important thing besides knowing that when we are solving, we use PEMDAS backwards. So let's do an example. If I have the cube root of x minus 2 equals 6, the first thing I need to do is figure out what's in my group. My group in this case is my cube root. So if that's the case, I need to get this group alone, and it is not alone on one side of my equal sign. So I'm thinking about, all right, I have subtraction. I need to undo that first, looking at side maps. We're going to add 2 to both sides. On the left side, it cancels out, and I'm left with the cube root of x is equal to 6, 7, 8. And now I'm ready to, I see that I have this cube root alone, so I'm ready to undo it. We said I undo a cube root with a cubed. So let's cube both sides. My cubed and my cube root will cancel out, and I'm going to be left with x equals 8 cubed. So you guys, I can put that number in my calculator. I currently don't have one handy, so we're going to leave it just like that. All right, another example. What happens if I have the cube root of x minus 2 equals 3? So again, I always want to think about what's in my group. I see at this point my group is going to be everything under the radical, and it is the cube root of x minus 2. It's alone on the left side of my equal sign, so I'm ready to undo it. I know I undo a cube root with a cubed, so I'll be left with x minus 2 is equal to 3 cubed, which is 27. All right, to finish, I want x alone, so I need to undo what's here. So I'm going to add 2 to both sides of my equal sign, and I'll be left with x equals 27 plus 2 gives me 29. All right, let's do an example with all the things. All right, so let's say that 2 times the cube root of x minus 3, and then we'll say plus 6 is 12. All right, so the first thing I need to do is think about where's my group. I know my group is everything under my radical sign, so I'm going to go ahead and put that blue around it. I now want to get that blue box on one side of the equal sign by itself. So I'm going to think at PEMDAS, right? Or backwards PEMDAS. I have subtraction first. I don't have any subtraction. Looking to get addition. I do have some addition. That plus 6, so I'm going to subtract 6. I cannot subtract or add this 3 yet because it is locked in to my group. All right, so when I add 6, 12 minus 6 gives me 6 equals, these will cancel out, 2 times the cube root of x minus 3. All right, the next thing I need to do is get rid of that 2. I don't see a sign in between my 2 and my root, so I know that that's being multiplied. I do multiplication with division. So on the left side, I'm going to have the cube root of x minus 3 equals 6 divided by 2, which is 3. I now have my cube root alone on the left side. So let's unlock it. Let's undo it with a cubed, because we know we undo a cube root with a cubed. So I'm now going to be left with x minus 3 equals 3 cubed, which is 3 times 3 times 3, which will give us 27. Still with that x alone. So I know I need to undo this minus 3. We're going to add 3 to both sides. So I'll be left with x equals 30. All right, you guys, these are just 3 examples, but if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask. Remember, we can always use our calculator using either the graph or Mini 3-1 in Solve to check. Have a great afternoon.